What up, juicing world? This is Nomadic Juicer. I am here today to talk about the emotional benefits that I have experienced during my juice fast. You can check out my previous video where we talked about the physical benefits. And here in the next couple of days, I will make videos about the mental and spiritual benefits that have experienced so far on my juice fast. So without further ado, let's jump into this. So the first emotional benefit that I have experienced on my juice fast is just a more sense of calmness. Just learn to be still, learning to let things come and go as they please. So be kind of in the present moment. Another thing is that I've learned to also be more grateful. I think, just where the world is at right now and things are very just, you learn to be grateful for certain things, grateful to have your health, grateful to be able to, make money if that's the case for you. If, be grateful to be in the country of Armenia where I have access to a wide array of fruits and vegetables that are all local and they're all coming from, just up the road, from the local farmers. So just learn to be more grateful for things in life. And I think that gratitude, sometimes you forget that in life. And, this juice fast has really helped me just kind of sit back and think about things in life and, just really be appreciative and, just be thankful, that just the fact that we can breathe today and to be able to see, and have the ability to live our lives and to do as we please and to just move forward in life. So kind of got a little too hippie on that one. But, next thing is that I've also been more tolerant, coming from my background, having played sports for 16 years, up to university. I was always kind of more of an aggressive person. I still do speak kind of aggressive at sometimes, but I'm learning to just be more tolerant and be more tolerant of others. Sometimes, when I first started juicing, I wanted everybody to juice, and if you're not juicing, like what's wrong with you? But at this, I've gotten to the point now where it's like, hey, it's fine. You do what you do, and just be, more at peace with. I can't control everything, and only that controls myself. So that's one thing that's I've really been kind of highlighted in my face during this juice fast, is just being more tolerant. And that kind of goes with being more at peace as well. I think that these last four topics all kind of tie into one another. Just learn to be, just in the moment, just really be present. I think that's how you can kind of summarize these last four topics. The next thing is learn to just accept yourself. And I think that's really a difficult thing, honestly, that, I'm not going to blame any generation, but, we live in this social media world and, everybody's looking for likes and comments and, everybody wants to be accepted and I want to be this particular thing or that particular thing. And, you learn to just really accept yourself for who you are. And that's one thing that I've noticed, on this juice fast and, that helps you be at peace. That helps you just be more tolerant. That helps you just be more calm when you can learn just to accept yourself. And so to kind of build on top of that, it's like I'm learning to just be more confident as well. So before this juice fast, really just take it back, 2018, I kind of, quit my job and, kind of went head first into entrepreneurship. And, I've been traveling around the world and, now we've got this whole pandemic going on and, but learn to just be more confident in myself. That's really has only strengthened, during this juice fast, and be more confident in my decisions and be more confident in, my vision and be more confident in the way I speak and just, helping you guys and showcasing the world that, that you can take control of your body. You can have the authority to, determine what goes in your body. So that way you can, build up your lymphatic system, clean your lymphatic system, build up your immune system, and get back that sense of health that we had as, as a child, and that vitality and that youthfulness and that joyfulness. Because I think that's one thing that's missing in the world today is just love. I mean, honestly, it's like the world is so crazy right now. And so, that it just goes back to that confidence. And, the build on top of that, it's having the increased sense of just self-worth, like I said, all these kind of they all kind of coincide with each other, learn to accept yourself, being confident, having that self-worth, knowing your value, knowing who you are as an individual. And I think one aspect about a juice fast that a lot of people don't talk about, but I see it, talking to some of you guys and, just kind of watching other people's journey, is that, everybody talks about the physical detox, when you get sick or you have diarrhea or, you get nauseous or you have body aches and fatigue. But there's also an emotional detox component to juice fasting. And I definitely have experienced that, throughout the course of this journey over the last, 130 plus days or so, is that, in life, I think a lot of us try to suppress emotions, and I've definitely done it myself. Sometimes you have childhood trauma. You might have issues with your parents. You might have issues with, a significant other. You might have issues with, your employer. But a lot of times we just want to suppress that, and we don't address it. But when you suppress things, they only grow and grow and grow and grow until there's that one moment where you just, boom, you snap, you know what I mean? And you go off, and it's like, whoa, where's this all coming from? And I definitely have had those moments. And if anybody who knows me knows that I've had my moments, where I've kind of just lost it. But that's because I was suppressing a lot of these old emotions. And I think this detox, this one in particular, just because it's been so long, and I've had to look at so many of emotions that have really controlled my behavior, over the course of these past 30 years, that there really is an emotional detox, component to this. And that's going to be different for every single body. But at the same time, it's like, I think you will come out better come out stronger and come out better if you allow yourself to dig into that and not be afraid to sit with that pain. I think that's one thing that I kind of commonly see, is that people are afraid to sit with pain. Learn to sit with that pain, because if you can sit with that pain, when it's at like its worst, moment, and it feels terrible, if you can accept that, then you're going to be able to accept a lot of other things in life that are more, that are more joyful, more harmonic, that are more just pleasant and more, just beneficial to you. So don't be afraid to sit with that pain and to look at yourself and look at, just why do I have this pain and where's it coming from? And I think if you can address that and become at peace with that, then you're only going to be able to grow as an individual. And I think that's one thing that this whole juice fast has really showed me, because a lot of us have a lot of these emotional, attachment to food. And that's really, for me, that's really been, kind of laser focused during this juice fast, is that, like, why do I eat certain foods, or why do I have this emotional, eating patterns? Why is that when I get stressed, I want to go eat something, that's not really good for me? And, that leads to just bigger issues. And you just kind of start to understand the why. So that way, if you understand the why, you can at least fix it. So that's probably one of the biggest things that I can say that has really, been beneficial during this juice fast, is just really looking at a lot of these emotional components that we suppressed, and I'll be the first one to tell you that I've suppressed a lot of emotions in my past, but now that I'm just getting to a point where I'm just looking at them and addressing them for what they are. So I know I kind of got on a tangent on that one, but with that gives you less anxiety, because you're not trying to run away from something. You're confident in yourself. You know your self-worth. And, that brings less anxiety. And when you learn to be tolerant and you learn to stop trying to control others, you start to have less anxiety. When you learn to be in the present moment, you learn to be at peace, you will have stopped having anxiety. And, growing up in my childhood, I had a ton of anxiety. And even, quitting my full-time job and starting entrepreneurship, that had its own set of anxiety. And even when this whole, all this crap started, in the world, it's like I kind of freaked out for a little bit at first, because, like, I'm in a foreign country, I don't know what, in terms of visas and how the government's gonna look at me as a foreign citizen in their land. I had a little bit of anxiety, but I was like, let me just take a step back, let me just get back into the present moment. The whole world's going through it, so I can't let this situation bog me down that much. And that's, you just learn to be at peace. You learn to be at peace, because there's only so much you can worry about in the day, and it's like, I'm not gonna worry about something that's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I can worry about what I can control, what I put in my mouth, what I ingest into my brain, what I take into my eyes, what I read every day, how I interact with people. That's what I can control. I can't control anything else. So with that, that just helps with the anxiety. And then the last thing for me is that, I'd probably say in my 20s, I went through a spiritual growing pains, and depression. I hate using that word, but it kind of, it seeped in there a little bit. You kind of take a step back from, society and reality, and start to look at yourself and, look at, like, what it is that I want. And I definitely went through a phase in my life where, I kind of just removed myself and did a lot of, self reflecting and a lot of self, looking deep into myself and traveling the world. And, I think that is one aspect that really helps you understand who you are, traveling the world, because it's like, yo, when you go into a foreign country and you don't even know a language, you don't even know one person, you barely know the customs, you barely know the culture, and yet you kind of got to make it, and that really puts you in the present moment. That helps you kind of get you out of your mental state. 'Cause I really think that's really all, depression is living in the past. It's really just about being in your mind and, thinking things over that already have gone past. It's like, just move past it, and grow and just be yourself and just evolve as a person. So kind of got on a tangent, but overall, I would say that, just Juice Fast has really just helped me just be in the present moment, just learn to be grateful, just learn to be at peace, learn to stop having anxiety. I can control what I can control, learn to be tolerant of others, and just kind of live day by day, honestly. And, a lot of the religious texts talk about that, spiritual texts talk about the same thing. It's just be in the present moment. So, with that, those are definitely some of the benefits that I've experienced on my Juice Fast. Like I said, everybody's going to be different. Everybody has different emotion. Everybody has different trauma. Everybody has different, how they grew up as a child. Everybody has different, parental structure and, who raised you and who didn't. And so it's like, everybody's going to go through those range of emotions, which is thousands of them. You're going to experience your own set of range of emotions. But I will say that if you do decide to do a juice fast, especially an extended juice fast, I'm not saying you got to do a 100-day juice fast, but if you do a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day juice fast, you're definitely going to have some emotional detox. So I just want to make this video to make people privy to the fact that, hey, the emotional body has to get addressed and has to get detoxed as well. So with that, I got a book coming out here shortly. You guys, if you need anything, you can reach out to me. I'm always available. And with that, I will catch you guys later. So be easy.